Hey guys, this is Chain77 back with Pool G of Brawlfall round 3. And first off we got Becky with Megalopony, Latias, Gengar, Shaman, Suicune, Togekiss, Metagross, and Darmanitan. So nice Megalopony Gengar defense to start, and then a lot of fat to follow. But you know, the fat on this team is definitely can be very offensive. Darmanitan can be used to break or sort of clean up with Scarf. Shaman, Suicune, Latias, Togekiss, Metagross can all be run fat, but also can be run offensive. So definitely a very nice and versatile team. Lopunny can be used for some nice baton pass shenanigans. Probably struggles a little bit with dark types. I guess Lopunny, well, you don't really want to be switching Lopunny into attacks, but Togekiss is probably its best dark type switching. Suicune, I guess, depending on the mon as well, works as well. Shaman just being bad as well, but Hazards is just looks like just Metagross, to be honest. So definitely lacking a bit there. Removal, I think, is just Latias as well, so Togekiss is there, of course. Next we got Zappa with Garchomp, Sylveon, Heatran, Slowbro, Decidueye, Manectric, Staraptor, and Emboar. So looks like Mamoswine just wrecks a lot of this team. Looks like Slowbro is just there to help with the Mamoswine, or to stop the Mamoswine sweep. But yeah, I see a lot of big sweep to Mamoswine here. But yeah, we Chomp and Heatran, solid rocking options. Definitely could do a couple more. Decidueye, Staraptor to remove those hazards. Yeah, a lot of things on the ground as well, so no levitating mons. Maybe we need to bring, yeah, probably needs to bring Decidueye to a lot of his games to make sure that his teams aren't worn down too heavily by hazards. But having said that, his team is not too hazards weak. I guess T-spikes can be an issue. But yeah, T-spikes aren't that well used, I guess. There aren't that many mons that are good that use them. So hopefully he's just not in a pool with a T-spiker. Next we got Purple Magician with Clefable, Mega Aggron, Salamence, Blastoise, Raikou, Dugtrio, Breloom, and Sableye. Clefable, Mega Aggron form, I guess, a fairly solid Wall Core. Mence completes that Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and sadly no Fire type to complete that Fire Water Grass Core. Mega Aggron round 2 is definitely questionable in my opinion. Probably not worth a round 2 pick, but he got Salamence round 3, which is very nice, nice value pick there. Blastoise round 4 is also pretty questionable. Definitely could have gotten a better bulky water type, but might have picked it because it's a water type that gets access to Rapid Spin. Yeah, so he's got Salamence as well to remove hazards. Okay, rocking options. Breloom is interesting, very interesting in 8 mons. I guess I do think it's more effective in 8 mons compared to the standard 11 or 12. But yeah, we'll see how Purple Magician uses this team. See how effective it is. Next we got Roshan with Regulatios, Weavile, Zapdos, Nidoking, Volcanion, Kingdra, Pelipper, and Kartana. So we got Kartana to beat those water types, which Rain doesn't really beat. We got Kingdra, the the Rain Abuser, we got Volcanion with those nice specs, steam eruptions in the rain, it's gonna hurt everything. Megaladios, Weavile, solid first two picks as well. Probably a little light on hazards. Seems like it's confined to Nidoking, and Nidoking definitely prefers to be offensive. Definitely more effective when it is offensive, in my opinion. Next we got Juiced with Mew, Taunty, Mega Diancie, Crocodile, Registeel, Lucario, Golbat, and Jellicent. So a few ground weaknesses, but also a few flying types. So solid rocking options with Mew, Crocodile, and Registeel. Removal is, I guess, just Golbat and Mega Diancie to bounce them back. So probably not the best options to remove hazards, considering that Golbat and Torn share a lot of the same common weaknesses. Mew and Crocodile work really nicely together. Maybe Mew can lure a dark attack and then go into Lucario to get a nice justified boost, or I guess Golbat can lure a knockoff as well. Jellicent as well. So a team is not too weak to dark. Having said that, Diancie resists, so does Crook. Torn's really cool with this team. Bird Spam is definitely very useful in 8-mons. Not many teams have both a steel type and an electric type, or a steel type / rock type, I guess. So Bird Spam is very good. Next we got Jaws with Celesteela, Terrakion, Superior, Necrozma, Entei, Hydreigon, Mega Gardevoir, and Stunfisk. So nice hazards with Terrakion, Necrozma, and Stunfisk. Nice round 7 Mega Guard to blow things back with Hyper Voice. Celesteela is cool mon, and then Necrozma is really solid to basically beats any team without a dark type. Well, I shouldn't say that. Teams will have to prep very heavily for Necrozma. It's definitely very bulky, but also can sweep you if it gets the opportunity. Next we got Dr. Jansko with Jirachi, Latios, Keldeo, Scolipede, Xurkitree, Toxapex, Gothitelle, and Swellow. So nice Swellow pick at the end. Boomburst definitely does a lot to things. 3 psychic types is interesting. Triple psychics. So this team does struggle a little bit with I guess dark and ghost spam. I guess Swellow can switch into ghost types, and Keldeo can switch into dark types, but they're not the most defensive mons, so they still will take a large chunk. Toxapex can also be used to pivot with that nice regenerator ability. Classic Jansko drafting a Trapper with Gothitelle. He always likes to have a trap up because it forces prep, which is fair enough, and he does use them fairly well. Scolipede is pretty threatening on this team as well. Next we got Ninroom with Manaphy, Thundy-T, Mamoswine, Klefki, Unicorn, Crobat, Mega Sceptile, and Blissey. So fairly nice wall breakers here with Thundy-T and Mamo, and I guess Manaphy and Manaphy can set up and sweep. Unicorn can, I guess, as well, and Sceptile can be used as a cool revenge killer. So nice and fairly fast teams with Mega Sceptile, Crobat, and Thundy-T sort of a nicely spaced. Speed tier is probably 1 in the 110s. If you added another mon there, that would Be really nice. Blissey to wall stuff, Reuniclus to wall the stuff, Blissey can't, I guess. Klefki thrown in there for some hazards, which this team, is sort of lacking. Outside of Mamoswine and Klefki, there isn't really much there. Next we move on to Photobass with Mega Alakazam, Arzu, Tangrowth, Gabalion, Volcarona, Mandibuzz, Kyurem, and Hitmonlee. So first pick, Mega Alakazam, is interesting considering how many people actually usually pick Megazam. And then Arzu round 2 is again interesting. A few picks I guess I wouldn't really agree with, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Means jack all. Next we got Tangrowth. Tangrowth's very solid. Yeah, helps out with some walls. Yeah, forming a nice wall call with Tangrowth, with Mandibuzz. But yeah, outside of those two, this team is quite offensive. Rocks is just Cobalion, and then we got a few things weak to hazards. Kyurem and Volcarona with Mandibuzz and Hitmonlee to remove those hazards. Hitmonlee definitely picked there to help support Volcarona and Kyurem. Next we got Gold Leaf Snivy with Zygarde 50%, classic, he loves Zygarde, Tapu Bulu, Arcanine, Tentacruel, Magnezone, Conkeldurr, Azelf, and Mega Arrow. So nice speed, dropping from Mega Arrow to Azelf, and then to Tentacruel. So the speed's not too bad. Definitely have seen worse. Nice breakers, no. Tapu Bulu can break, so can Conkeldurr. Magnezone, yeah, I guess Magnezone can break as well, with some specs analytic, I guess. Zygarde can set up sweep, Mega Arrow, Azelf can sort of add that nice revenge, be a nice revenge killer. A couple of rocks options at the end as well. Removal is Tentacruel and Mega Aerodactyl. So interesting. It's an interesting squad. Synergy isn't that good, but he has completed both cores, so we'll see how he goes. Next we got Uncle Flacco with Tapu Koko, Bisharp, Zavali, Gyarados, Kamala, Mega Gallade, Shuckle, and Alolan Raichu. So Alolan Raichu definitely quite a lot better, a little bit better in the Electric Surge or Electric Terrain with that cool ability. Bisharp round 2 is interesting. Definitely could have left it till later in my opinion, but yeah, he might like Bisharp and might be able to use it very effectively. I hope he does. Zavali adds a nice pivot with U-turn and parting shot to possibly give stuff like Mega Gallade, Tapu Koko, Gyarados, Bisharp, the opportunity to set up. Shuckle, not too sure about the Shuckle pick. It does get all the hazards, but it is super passive. But we'll see how he goes with Shuckle, encoring things, so that it's not absolute setup bait, I guess. Next we've got Jack with Tapu Fini, Thunder Eye, Celebi, Edo Queen, Gudra, Greninja, Umbreon, and Mega Scizor. So picking up Thunder Eye again, definitely probably Jack's favourite one, I think, by now. I think I've seen it in all the teams that he's drafted, so I'm sure he's very fond of it. Or at least so, it's a very, very good Pokemon. Celebi adds sort of the rocks on this team, as well as Nidoqueen, so nice support. For the team, Umbreon, I guess, is there to pass Wishes to Tapu Fini, which just help it to not get worn down as fast. Mega Scizor, a nice Fairy Killer, which this team doesn't really struggle against too badly. I guess a little bit. Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen is the only really other thing that sort of threatens standard Fairy types. So yeah, I guess Mega Scizor and the last slot is pretty helpful. Hazards, we got Celebi, Nidoqueen, Greninja, so pretty good. A couple of defogging options as well. Next we got something's P3J per Hedgeper, let's say. It's completely wrong, but I have no idea how to say that. Victini, Mega Venusaur, Vaporeon, Florges, Noivern, Fortress, Jolteon, and Heracross. So. Someone once said that Noivern is simply fast death fodder, because it doesn't hit any of its moves, which is understandable, but I guess he hopefully can get a bit lucky hitting some Hurricanes and hitting some Dracos. I really should be missing that many Dracos. Victini is cool. Victini is a very nice one, but with hazard removal, again, with just being Fortress, it's not helpful. People gotta really draft some good hazard removal with Victini. Mega Venusaur, Florges, again, similar to another team, with a fairly nice wall core there. Throw on Vaporeon, it's definitely going to be hard to break and can definitely cause some teams issues. Jolteon is a nice, I guess, pivot, and Heracross can be a nice sort of sweeper, a nice Choice Scarf Moxie set, if the matchup is favourable. Next we got Lakenass with Lando T, Rotom Wash, Amoonguss, Empoleon, Chestnut, Salazzle, Mimikyu, and Mega Pidgeot. So, fairly nice sort of speed with Salazzle and Mega Pidgeot, but then dropping down to Lando T, I think, or Mimikyu, so fairly big gap there. Rotom Wash, fairly solid pivot. Amoonguss as well with the regen ability. Picking double grass types that are both weak to Psychic is interesting. No dark type as well, so that's going to be very interesting, because the only Psychic resist is Empoleon, and a lot of Psychic types do get Focus Blast as coverage, so Z Focus Blast is probably a very likely win against this team. Rocks, I guess Empoleon, Thundy T, Chestnut against Spikes, Defog with Empoleon and Pidgeot, so not too bad in that regard. So yeah, I guess this team can be run both balanced and offensive if he wants to run that nice belly drum Chestnut set, which is pretty fire. Next we got Ultra Player with Infernape, Skarmory, Mega Altaria, Melodic, Roserade, Donphan, Porygon Z, and Cofagrigus. So Infernape, really cool, really nice in this format. Once again, we see that Mega Altaria plus Flying Steel combination forming, yes, a nice wall core, but throw in Milotic, throw in Donphan, and this team becomes possibly very fat, and but also has like nice setup sweeping ability with Porygon Z and Infernape, Cofag to add some nice hazards, and also just general fat. Yeah, it helps out with Mega Medicham as well, because otherwise I can just see Mega Medicham being quite an issue without Pythagoras. Nice hazards, not the greatest of removal, but this team isn't too hazard weak, so yeah, you can definitely play around that. And lastly for this pool, we got Will, the RNG Lord, with Sand, not Sand, T-Tar Excadrill. Then we got Zardex to break those grass types, Starmie, Delmice, Buzzwole, Cresselia, and Primarina. So another team that has picked up Sand, and I guess the key with Sand is that you have something break grass and bug types, which Zard does, and then Buzzwole to break those psychic types, levitating psychics like Cresselia, which he's picked, so taking one off the board, which is pretty cool. Team is very weak to Ghost though. T-Tar's the only resist, but T-Tar's 4 times weak to fighting. So yeah, I can definitely see something like Gengar, possibly with Specs Gengar can definitely do a lot, and but without its levitating ability, can't really switch into or can't really do much against the ground type moves as it could before. Yeah, it's Primarina is a nice little addition at the end there to help take care of dragons. Just adds a dragon switch in because Excadrill is the steel type and doesn't really want to be switching into dragons. I guess Crest can help with that as well. Buzzwole if the dragon is physically orientated. Delmize is there to add one of the 3 spinning potentials, which is really nice. Helps out Zardex just to preserve its bit of longevity, so it can do its job to its full potential. So yep, hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope to see you in the last pool analysis.